Welcome back to Old Folks Racing PlayStation, and yes, we are again at the Hockenheim with the Aston Martin Vantage GTE. This is race 2 of round 7, so it's the 14th race in this autumn championship. 6 to go after this one. We can see the grid formation there. The grid girls have already left the grid. The old folks are ready to start this race, so let's have a look at the starting grids. And it's Kev Allen, the winner of race 1, that familiar yellow livery that sits in pole position, followed by Diogo Silva and Jorge Jesus. The top 3 in qualifying for this race are the same top 3 as they finished in race 1. 4th place for Simon Allen, Jumbo with a good 5th place qualifying, Stuart Brand tried to recover from a poor race 1 with 6th place, followed by Scott Davely, Mike Langley, Dale Taylor that had a terrible race 1 and now has had a terrible qualifying, and Peter Adrian completing the top 10. So let's see what's going to happen in this race as they await for the lights out in this race here at Hockenheim. Let's see who's going to get the best start, and Diogo Silva this time makes a good start, but excellent start by Simon Allen as well. Diogo Silva protecting from Jorge Jesus into turn 1. The top 3 maintain their positions, followed by Simon Allen. And let's see if we can catch any action in the midfield. That is Simon Allen there. There's Peter Agent there on the inside of someone. And Dale Taylor has had a poor start and has dropped to 10th as they now go through the hairpin for the first time, as we are in the midfield with Jumbo, number 31, in 5th spot. Everyone behaved very nicely in the first few corners. Let's see if we see any action. Look at this, George Juice is on the inside, Simon Allen is on the inside of the inside, and are they going to tangle? No, everyone behaved through the hairpin, and someone is there trying to make a move. That was, I believe, that's Mike Langley on the inside, or actually defending on the... no, that's Scott Davely attacking Mike Langley, I'm sorry. Got confused with the liveries there. That's a battle for 8th spot, and someone has spun, and that was Dale Taylor. Dale Taylor has spun. We are going to have our first replay, and disaster for Dale Taylor. Oh, this is the classic spin here. There you go. We've seen this in race 1. And Dale Taylor now in 10th spot. Continue to follow the leader. Simon Allen enters the stadium. Not the greatest camera shot, but look at this. We've got the battle for second, and that's because Jorge Jesus is right on the tail of Diogo Silva, with Kev Allen already going to lead lap 1. He's led every single lap in race 1, and he's going to lead the opening lap of race 2. That number 22 yellow car is going to know the start-finish line for the first time with Kev Allen, Diogo Silva, Alonso Fonso, that's Jorge Jesus. 4th place for Simon Allen, 5th place for Jumbo, 6th is Scott Davely. Something has happened to Stuart Brand, and we are going to find out what that was. He's sitting very nicely, sitting there in the pit entrance, and that was just did he want to pit or not? I think he didn't. There he is having a cup of tea now in pit lane, rejoins the race. No, just waits nicely there for Dale Taylor to go through, and Stuart Brand again having problems in the opening lap of this race. And so he's now dropped to 10th. Dale Taylor is up to 9th. Peter Adrian up to 8th. Mike Langley up to 7th. And Scott Davely up to 6th. Kev Allen is leading the race. He's got more than a second, 1.4 seconds over Diogo Silva. The top 5 are now separated by a few car lengths. The closest battle is this one. Actually, Simon Allen is starting to become under pressure from Jumbo. Let's go on board with Jumbo just to change the camera angle a little bit. There he is, Jumbo in this infield section. Ooh, almost losing it, and he lost it. He lost it there. Jumbo lost it, and disaster. He's going to drop to dead last. That's still, there you go, reset button. There goes Peter Adrian, and no, that was Dale Taylor. Oh, and Peter Adrian has also spun. All sorts of things happening again in the midfield, and all of a sudden Scott Davely is now up to 5th. We are going to go trackside again because we can see more cars that way. Scott Davely up to 5th, Mike Langley up to 6th, Dale Taylor is up to 7th, and that's because Jumbo, Peter Adrian and Explosius, that's Stuart Brand, all had problems of their own. Peter Adrian here in that number 48 is in 9th spot now. And Stuart Brand is 7 seconds adrift of this pair. So he's got a bit of work to do if he does not want to finish 10th. Let's look for battles. We got a battle here, and that's Copper Knob and Alonso Fonso. Something has happened to George Jesus because he's lost time. And certainly Simon Allen is right there up with him. Lap 3 out of 12. The top 2 are separated by more than a second. The difference has been stable. Jorge Jesus defending there on the hairpin. Simon Allen continuing his pursuit of a podium position here. Let's look for battles. We've got a closer one here. That's Jumbo trying to get back on... well, no, he's pretty much defending from Peter Adrian. Mike Lange has had a problem, and we are going to find out what happened with him because he's dropped quite a few positions. So we are going to magically go back in time, which is a power that I have during this commentary. I know this looks boring, but I'm actually very interested to finding... Oh, that was the spin. That was the classic solo spin, I believe. And there you go. Yes, that was... Oh, and does he hit the barrier? No. He managed to get out of the barrier. He doesn't like the reset button. He's going to rejoin the race safely in the 9th place, which means that Peter Adrian is now up to 8. Jumbo is up to 7th. And Dale Taylor from a poor start is actually up in 6th. There he is, the number 95, the classic Pro-Am livery of the Aston Martin in the World Endurance Championship. And Dale Taylor is actually not that far behind Scott Davey, so he might be challenging for a top 5 here. And here is Mike Langley now. He's in 9th, and Stuart Brand is in 10th spot. So we might see a battle here for 9th spot very, very soon. The gap at the front has increased. Kev Allen is running away with his race. Can he lead every lap of this round? I think he may be able to, but certainly Diogo Silva is putting a battle, but he's well, now he's reduced the gap again to 1.2, so he's trying hard. Look at that, he's definitely trying hard in that number 84 car because he does not want to lose touch with Kev Allen that has led since the beginning. And this, of course, is also a battle for the championship. Oh, look at that, going very wide there. Diogo Silva on the curbs, and that's a little bit dangerous. Let's go through the field. Jorge Jesus has managed to find some breathing space from Simon Allen. Simon Allen in 4th. And look at that, there's a big gap then to Scott Davely. That's around 5 seconds, well, 4 seconds, well, more like 5 seconds at the moment. At number 80 is Scott Davely, and Dale Taylor is running from the back to the front. He's actually faster than Scott Davely, and by a huge margin, 1:38.442. That's basically the pace of the leader. From Dale Taylor, that's quite a quick pace, and Dale is actually not that far behind Scott Davely. That's a battle for 5th. Look at this, this is Peter Adrian coming behind Jumbo in the hairpin. All civilized there, but Jumbo makes a small mistake there at the exit, so maybe Peter is going to try to make a move soon. Oh no, there's a spin there. That was Stuart Brand has spun on his own. I believe that wasn't, or was he tapped into a spin by Mike Langley? We are going to find out what happened here. And oh no, I don't think so. I think that Mike is actually waiting for him, but he braked and avoided Stuart. And now they are kind of waiting for one another. They both rejoined the race safely. Peter Adrian in 8th spot, and he's actually very much behind Jumbo. Let's see how things are at the front. There is Kev Allen followed by Diogo Silva. Now the gap is 1.4 seconds, and Diogo Silva is trying to stay in touch of drafting. Oh, Diogo Silva spins! Diogo Silva spins, and disaster. He presses the reset button, but he's going to lose the position. Yes, he is going to lose the position, and is he going to lose the position to Simon Allen? Jorge Jesus is long gone, and Simon Allen now comes on the outside, and is the new third place man. Diogo Silva drops to fourth. And that's a disaster for the Portuguese driver that really should be in touch with Kev Allen for the championship standings now. He's actually down in fourth, but he's coming very hard now at Simon Allen. He's got the good exit from the first chicane, and he might just try to do a move here at the hairpin. Is he going to go for it? No, not quite. Almost loses it under braking, and they both survive to fight another day. We are on lap 5, so still quite a long way to go. Let's be on the lookout for battles. This is the highest battle here at this stage. So we're going to follow Simon Allen, number 23. Look at this, the Allens have similar liveries here today. They are kind of teammates. And Simon Allen certainly is going to try to defend very hard this third position, as they are actually not that far behind Jorge Jesus. This could be easily a three-way battle. And I believe that Diogo has some pace. The question is, can he find an overtaking spot? Oh, Simon Allen, look at that, trying to break the draft there, and Diogo Silva is now all over him. And can he do this corner without making a mistake? The answer is yes, and I think Simon Allen is watching him come, and Diogo is making a bit of a half-hearted move there. But I think he's probably saving himself, or something has happened to Peter Adrian. We are going to find out what happened to Peter Adrian, because something has happened to him. He's done a 2:01. In the last, well, he's had a big, something big has happened. We are going to rewind, and then we are going to fast forward again. So we're going to move back in time. So of course this must have been in the previous lap, and we kind of missed it because we were busy with the battle up front. But nevertheless, we want to find out. We want very much to find out what has happened. Oh, it was here in the Sachs curve, and was it? Yes, he just lost it under braking, and there you go, drifting, and I think this time he's gonna wait for others to go through before rejoining the race safely. So Stuart Brand is up to 9th, Mike Langley up to 8th, 7th is Jumbo. Dale Taylor, oh look at this, Dale Taylor and Scott Lively are also battling, and Dale Taylor has actually overtaken him. Nice move there by Dale Taylor, and he certainly got more pace than the American driver at this point of the race. So nice that we went backwards in time to also figure out how Dale Taylor has made a move on Scott Lively. Scott down to 6th, Diogo Silva in 4th spot. Continues to battle with Simon Allen, so we are going to follow this battle for a while. It's a podium battle, and they certainly are approaching Jorge Jesus, but at the front no one is really challenging Kev Allen. Look at him again, he's led every lap so far, and we are reaching now almost the midpoint of this second race. We seem to have a spicy battle here coming up now, because Diogo Silva is lining up a move surely on Simon Allen. Look at this larger rear wing of the Aston Martin GTE, and Simon Allen again coming to the inside, but look at that, Diogo Silva just follows him and tries to make a move in turn 1. Doesn't really work, an overtake here, but he's got a good exit, and Simon Allen is again trying to protect the inside. As we go now on board with Simon Allen. This is a chase camera, and we are following the number 23. Let's see if we see a driver come up the inside or not. Oh, they seem to be side by side, but no, Simon Allen continues to be in third place, Diogo Silva in fourth. Oh, Jorge Jesus has spun it. Jorge Jesus has spun it, and now Simon Allen is in the second place. The Allens are 1-2. And we haven't seen this in a while, an Allen 1-2 with Kev ahead of Simon. But surely we now have a battle for... Oh, and the Jorge Jesus is again losing it. He's lost another position to Diogo Silva. Oh, Simon Allen has lost it. And Diogo Silva goes second. Everyone seems to be losing it at different parts of the circuit. And Simon Allen is back again. Diogo Silva has gone back to second place. Oh, Simon Allen. Oh, look at this. There must be oil on the track because everyone seems to lose it. That was Dale Taylor, actually. That was Dale Taylor because Jorge Jesus has actually recovered much more quickly. And he's in third spot now. Simon Allen continues to hold to fourth. And Scott Davely has gone back to fifth on the back of Dale Taylor. Dale Taylor is all over the place. Look at him running wide in turn one. Scott Davely back in fifth. Lots of action here on lap 7 as the tires begin to wear. The action gets definitely hotter and hotter here in Hockenheim. Scott Davely in fifth place. Simon Allen in fourth, and he's actually lost a lot of time with that spin in the Sachs curve, followed by another spin at the entry of the pits. Jorge Jesus is trying to recover second place, and look at that with all of this. Oh, there's a small mistake there by Diogo Silva. He's back in second place, but now he's 6.8 seconds behind Kev Allen. I think Kev has this one in the bag if he does not make any mistake. Diogo Silva will have to be happy with second as he continues to chase the title with Kev Allen and also Darren Head, who is not here today in this race. Alonso Fonso is also high up there in the standings. He is now in third spot. We seem to have a battle for fifth, emerging battle as Dale Taylor, after that error, is now chasing Scott Davely and is not far behind Simon Allen. So we continue to have very interesting battles in this race at pretty much every point. I think that's enough of Scott. Jumbo is in 6th, he's on his own. Mike Langley, no, Jumbo is in 7th, I'm sorry. Mike Langley is in 8th, he's on his own. Well, he's got Stuart Brent for company, but he's still a couple of seconds behind. And Peter Adrian is now in 10th after that significant spin at the Sachs curve. Let's go back to the leader of this race, Kev Allen. He has a very steady pace, 1:38.5. Diogo Silva is the fastest driver on the track now, but he's 6 seconds behind. I think Diogo's concern is mainly to get a bit of a gap ahead of Jorge Jesus, not so much to chase Kev, because we are now on lap 8 and 6 seconds is still a very large gap. I think he's just interested in getting away from Jorge as much as he can. Jorge continues to try to chase second place as well. These three drivers have dominated race 1 and now they are dominating race 2. Simon Allen, the 4th place man, is already 17 seconds from the leader after 8 laps. Oh, and Jorge Jesus has spun it. He's got, it's exactly what happened to Diogo Silva a few laps ago, exactly what happened to Mike Langley. I think that Jorge has a bit of a cushion not to lose 3rd place. Yes, there is Simon Allen in the back. But I think this may be the end of his challenge for 2nd place. Oh, look at this. We've got the spicy battle, and actually Dale Taylor has overtaken has overtaken. Ooh, and that was quite the overtake there. Let's review it. It was on the outside of the chicane, which is an unusual line there. But oh, that Scott made a mistake there at the exit of turn 1, and Dale came with more momentum, and he then braked later, and there you go. That was Dale Taylor coming back into the top 5. Scott Davely down to 6th spot. Simon Allen is ahead of both these drivers, and I don't think he's got the pace to get the podium today, but he may have the pace to still defend from Dale Taylor, who's coming. And look at that last lap, 1:39.7 for Dale Taylor, 1:42.0 for Simon Allen. So Dale is definitely happening. Probably something happened to Simon, a small mistake. He's lost a couple of seconds there. Gap at the front continues to be 6 seconds. Kev Allen is within 3 laps of winning both races in this round, and surely going then ahead of Diogo Silva in the point standings. Oh, and Simon Allen has lost it. Oh, he's lost it big time. He's knocked down a couple of advertising boards. He's also lost a position to Dale Taylor. Dale Taylor up into 4th. What is happening with Simon Allen? I think his tires must be done by now, as Dale now is up into 4th, and we are going to continue to watch this battle, because I sense there's more action coming very, very soon as they enter the 10th lap. Scott Davely is in 5th and not far behind. Sorry, Scott Davely is in 6th and not far behind Simon. So Simon, his race not going in the right direction. He's been 2nd, he's been 3rd, he's been 4th, and now with 2 laps to go, he's in 5th spot. Dale Taylor up into 4th, and that was a very good recovery race. He's qualified in 9th spot, so he's gained 5 spots in this race. Oh, Simon Allen on the... Well, I'm not even sure this was a move, but certainly not the greatest line through the hairpin there. He's probably a little bit frustrated and wants to make a move as quickly as possible. He's kind of running out of time as well. Dale Taylor continues to resist, and this is the closest battle we can see on the track, because at the front the gap is stable, 6 seconds. George Jus is also 6 seconds behind Diogo Silva, and Dale Taylor is around 6 seconds behind George Jus. Of course, Simon Allen is within striking distance, and we do not need Amazon Web Services to know that he's coming within striking distance of Dale Taylor as they battle hard for the last couple of laps in this race. The leader is already in the penultimate lap of this race. Scott Davely seems to be losing steam behind these 2 drivers. He's in 6th and now 3 seconds behind Simon. Jumbo is more than 10 seconds adrift, and then Mike Langley is running on his own, as is Stuart Brand and Peter Adrian. But well, what has happened to George Jesus? George Jesus has had a problem, well, a big problem, because Dale Taylor is right up there with him, and we are going to see what happened in the replay. And is this a spin in turn 1? Yes, it is a spin in turn. Oh, and big crash there in the barrier. He presses the reset button just in time, not to be unable to do so by Dale Taylor's presence, so he still managed to press the reset button. Look at this, movable parts at the front of this Aston Martin GTE. The front of the car has had contact with something solid, so we now have a 3-way battle for the podium with Scott Davely not far behind. It's going to be a fascinating couple of laps. Don't leave us as we go for a very short commercial break. Simon Allen is making a banzai move on Dale Taylor, and that was, well, I don't know how that ended up so well, because Simon Allen, not only he came from very far behind, he was also off the track in the process. I think he was trying to get out of it at some point, but Nevertheless, it only resulted in him losing a little bit of time, and Dale Taylor can actually challenge for a podium here. Oh, Diogo Silva has had a problem as well. Diogo Silva has lost 3 seconds. Diogo Silva probably made a mistake, and now this is Kev Allen's race, or, well, it was Kev Allen's race throughout this race, as he now is in the last lap, but we are going to have quite an intense last lap here, because they just keep making mistakes. Now it was Dale Taylor to make a small mistake, and here comes Simon Allen. I think Jorge Jesus, if he can keep this gap, he's going to get a podium. Dale Taylor in 4th, and Simon Allen in 5th. The battle is not over, and only 1 lap to go. Let's follow these drivers until the hairpin and see. Oh, look at this. Dale Taylor has had a poor exit in turn 1. Here comes Simon Allen on the outside. This is the last lap. They're side by side, and contact there as Dale Taylor keeps the inside line and keeps the position as he was entitled to. That was hard, but fair racing in Old Fox Racing PlayStation always. As we are going to follow these drivers through the hairpin, I don't think anyone is in a position to make a move, certainly. Of course, only banzai moves possible at this point as George Juice breaks. Dale Taylor, Simon Allen is going to go for it, but not quite there. And Simon Allen now makes a small mistake at the exit, and I think that might be it. We are going to follow the leader, Kev Allen. What a domination he had this weekend. He's going to win both races. And we are going to follow the checkered flag as Kev Allen now comes to take the checkered flag. He's led 24 laps of this round, and Kev Allen takes the win. Diogo Silva is going to finish in 2nd place. Alonso Fonso is going to be 3rd, and we are going to follow these guys because something crazy may still happen in the last few laps. This is Alonso Fonso, Jorge Jesus in 3rd, Dale Taylor in 4th, and Simon Allen in 5th. They are close. That was Dale Taylor making a mistake pretty much in the last corner, and can he keep it? No! Disaster for Dale Taylor as he loses 4th and 5th place to Simon Allen and Scott Davely respectively. Jumbo is going to be 7th. Mike Langley is going to be 8th. And Stuart Brand is going to be 9th. And actually Peter Adrian is not far behind. He's going to finish in 10th spot. We are going to follow the rookie driver for the last few corners of this race. And what a race this was. Again, Kev Allen dominating, but lots of battles behind him as we see both drivers crossing the line. And that's it for this round. A double victory by Kev Allen. We do not have the point standings, but I'm certain that Kev Allen is now the championship leader from Diogo Silva, with Jorge Jesus up there. Darren Head missed this round, of course, as the season gets to its closing stages. Dropping points is going to be key here. And of course, Kev Allen has been in all the races yet again. He's going to be the one that has to drop points. So for the other drivers, there will be a lot to manage. But for now, that's it from me, your favorite commentator. See you in the next round.